to give us a basic rundown of white understanding of Indigenous history worldwide, and to wrap it up that every society was an agrarian settlement is not only naive, it is actually insulting. Let's take the Aboriginal people of this country, for instance. Not agrarian settlers, we were nomadic. Did we go in and wipe each other out in a genocidal program? No, we did not. We had wars 3 against 3, sir. So we didn't extinguish the gene pool, and whoever came back from that war, they were the victor and the prize was taken. We didn't go in for mass slaughter, unlike your Scottish, cousins. We didn't go in there and destroy countless civilisations like the British, going in there to monopolise the wealth for capitalist purposes. So your own argument, the saying that capital punishment is the rise of the whole of capitalist society, is not only false but very naive. We'll go even further to discuss this. What does capital punishment actually solve? A revenge? Fantastic. Now, we've just had the execution of Mr. Chan and Sukumaran for drug pushing in Indonesia. Tragic. Real tragedy. However, anybody who's travelled throughout Asia will see drug traffickers will be hanged. Well, guess what, people? If they were successful, they would have made a lot of money. They were unsuccessful. They lost their lives. They took a punt. They lost. And we stood back in this country and said how bloody obscene it is. And yes, capital punishment is obscene. What has it solved? Nothing. They're dead. They were supposed to be reformed. We've lost that chance of seeing what they could have possibly have done. So tell me, sir, how does capital punishment benefit the rest of this society when those two people who were reformed, as we'll say, are no longer with us, and we can no longer find out if they could have done anything better than what they have? So, in saying that and just wrapping it up, if everybody can justify to me that capital punishment is the answer, I'll wear it. But until they can actually justify it, I'm open. That's all I've got to say on the matter.
Did the Aboriginal tribes, or some of them, participate in capital punishment? And if so, how?
The Kakadu people definitely did. They most certainly did. In fact, the Kakadu people were the one tribe that did go on a genocidal program. They were from far north Queensland. They used to smear themselves in animal fat so you could smell them coming from miles away. In other words, get out of our way, because if you don't, we're going to kill you.
Well, that's not really capital punishment, that's
no, but if you commit
warfare.
Something wrong in their tribe, you got a nulla across the head. You weren't around much longer. But the Yuri people down in the south coast of Bateman's Bay, definitely not. You were just kicked out from the land, never to come back.
Were there many Aboriginal tribes? There's a different question to capital punishment, that actually invaded other territories.
No, not many at all. Yeah, come off. What do you know about our history, comrade?
I know more about the fact.
Actually, you don't, because our history's not discussed by white people. It's never been written down. So for you to claim that is a total lie. And I challenge you to your face, and I will call you a liar.
I'm shocked at this racist attack.
Racist attack? No, it's a fact. You are a liar, and I will call you that to your face.
There's one thing about him, he has gall.
Well, prove me wrong.
It's been shown through DNA. Sadness about 40 years ago.
The DNA working 40 years ago. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, that is true. They didn't have DNA testing 40 years ago.
Oh, they had testing that was similar, not as accurate as DNA. You're right.
You're struggling, Norm.
No.
I've got a question of this gentleman over here, and that is, how do you know? Like, where did you learn it then?
The University of Tasmania, James Cook University, the University of New South Wales were the 3 universities I attended to get my degree.
But were they written by whom?
Mainly through blackfellas and through our own local teachings, and also the teachings of the local land councils. would this country have been founded if they actually performed all the capital punishment from the bulk ships that were in the Thames Harbour? So if they actually killed all the convicts at the time, you know, in the 1780s, instead of transporting them here, would we have this society today? As my father taught me, never argue with an idiot because people may not be able to tell the difference.